for my heterosexual guys out there that be wondering why the new girl that you just met is not talking to you very often, like she has for the first 3 days, let me tell you something, man. Like, if a female just met you recently and you just met her recently, both of you is really supposed to be getting to know each other and like really growing together and building together, because both of you just met. Now, let me tell you this about me. Like me, the only time I'm cool with a female not talking to me is if she told me that she's going through some things right now that she's trying to take care of, or she's like moving to another location, trying to transition from there, or her phone is like completely broken and she needs to get a new one, so she can't really talk to me very often. Now that's be the only times like I'll let a girl slide, when she's not building with me, we not linking up, you feel me? Because like, you know, usually when females are engaging and building with a new guy that they just met, they're gonna go all the way. Like, females will go all the way with a new guy that they just met, that they are feeling, that they feel like is the same aura as them. Notice how I say aura. You know how soulful vibrational beings like to connect with other soulful vibrational beings, no matter what day it is? That's what I'm talking about. You know, so like, you know, if you're a heterosexual guy and you wonder why the new girl that you just met is not talking to you very often, and you really trying to get to know her, but like you're not hearing from her often, man, and she's not telling you anything, like she ain't respond to your text from the last conversation that y'all had, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, make sure she got a legitimate excuse on why she's not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to make sure. We got to make sure like she has a legitimate excuse why she couldn't continue the conversations that you both had, you know, whether it was in person or text or like, you know, video chat or whatever, man. Because like, to me, it's very disrespectful to me, like if a girl just met me and she couldn't continue a conversation that we had through text or in person, and she just go on about her existence as if she never met me. That's disrespectful as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Because a female shouldn't do that to no dude. You know what I'm saying? Because if a female knows that her and the dude is not the same aura, then why associate with him if y'all not the same aura? You feel me? Like, if the dude is the same aura as you, then you as a female, you should always like enjoying him, because y'all both the same aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of females find it so hard to just be afraid to tell a guy that they just met, that they are engaging with in conversation, whether they met through social media first or locally in person first, and just tell him like, hey, I'm going through some things, so I'm not going to be able to talk to you, man. Because a lot of females like to have guys wonder things, and just expect, you know, a lot of guys to be okay with it, especially if he's heterosexual. Like, a lot of females know when they come across heterosexual guys, because heterosexual guys, they always want to talk to a female. They always want to see what she up to, all this stuff. A lot of females know this. You know what I'm saying? Now, guys that are not heterosexuals, they're homosexuals, they probably don't care if the girl ain't talk back with them, because they're homosexuals. You know, but for guys that's like heterosexuals, man, like, bro, like, you know, they have it real hard in a society, especially Western societies, because being a heterosexual male is difficult these days when it comes to like female interactions. And it's like, you know, let's say you had some high, powerful, strong, deep conversations already set up with the female that you just met, and yet she ain't responding to your messages. She ain't responding from the last message that you had to continue the conversation. Because me, myself, I tell every female this, man. I don't double text, bro. I don't double text, triple text, quadruple text. I don't do none of that stuff. Like, if you haven't responded back to the conversations that we had previously, I'm not going to double text you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is my message to every female on all social media platforms, all over planet Earth, all over the multiverse. You know, I will not double text you. Get this through your dick ass skulls. You feel me? So like, you know, because like I know for a lot of heterosexual guys, they find it real hurtful to like have a lot of great conversations planned and a lot of great cosmic, beyond comprehension, soulful vibrational link ups happen with a female, and she ain't responding to nothing. Because let me tell you something, why would I go link with a female? Why would I go link up with a female that hasn't talked to me in like 8 months? You feel me? And speaking of 8 months, like if me and a female has been communicating every day from day 1 to 8 months, and it's been every day, like we've been talking to each other for like 8 months, and we seen each other for 8 months, you know, and then one day within the first time in the 8th month she hasn't spoken to me in like a week, I'll be cool with it, because me and her built a connection over the 8 months. You know, during 8 months, you know, a guy and a lady should already have a strong connection built within 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Especially within 4 months, because you know, one day feels like a year. You know, when you look at the Dragon Ball Z thing with what a hyperbolic time chamber, one day equals a year. Do you know how much stuff you could do within one day? One day feels like a year. You know, man, 5 days feel like 5 years went by. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine when a male and a female connect together. If a male and a female connect together for 5 days, they feel like 5 years went by. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong male and female connections are. You feel me? Now, if a female hadn't spoke to me for like a week or 2 weeks, and she haven't got back to my last conversation in text, you know, during the 8 months we were getting to know each other, I'll be cool with that. But if a female has left my conversation hanging and she didn't get back to me and we just met like 3 days ago, and she ain't like really trying to fuck with me like that, then I'm gonna just see she don't really fuck with me like that. You know, because like, let me tell you something. If a female just met you recently and she ain't trying to get to know you, she ain't trying to video chat you, like every heterosexual female that meets a new guy through the social media, or she met him in person locally in the neighborhood, you know, and it's a new guy they just met, the female's always gonna be going hard for the guys that, you know, they feel intrigued by. They will make sure the females, when they're intrigued by a dude, they're gonna make sure they're not leaving him hanging in conversation. They're gonna make sure he's not wandering. They're gonna make sure he's not going days without talking to her. Because females that's intrigued by a dude, they're gonna be blowing their phone up, talking to him all the time and shit, you know, trying to link up and all that. They're gonna do all that. But when females have a hate towards a guy, when females have hatred towards a guy, like they'll probably like talk to him, and then next thing you know, the dude's not hearing from the female that he just met 3 days ago for like the next 5 months. Because a lot of females have done this to a lot of soulful, vibrational, chosen one, walking prophet, spiritual guys. You know, a lot of females tend to leave a lot of spiritual guys, you know, hanging for like 5 months when she just met him like 3 days ago, and it's her fault. You know, if you're a female and you know a dude has spoken to you in text and you haven't responded to his text within like 5 months, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had good conversation for the first 3 days, but you haven't talked to him for like 5 months. It's your fault. You should have told him like everything that was going wrong with you when you was going through things. If you going through things, let the dude know, so he don't wander and he don't have to cut you off. Because I cut a lot of females off before that was getting to know me for the first 3 days, and they hadn't talked to me in like 2 months, and I'm like, man, forget it, man. And I just block them, because I block any female that hasn't responded to me in like 5 months and we met like 3 days ago. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. This stuff is deep, man.